afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. We're going on 5 years, this show, folks, and it's coming a big party we're going to have in May, announcing soon the date for our 5-year anniversary. We're excited about that, and you wonderful people for keeping this show alive for 5 years. Not only you great people, but all our sponsors, all our guests. 5 years coming in May. We're excited. This is Ocean's Pit. We got a great show lined up for you today. Today is Friday, April 4th. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Most people like you, thank you so much for watching. Everybody in our military, the men and women, and all the veterans who fought for our country, thank you so much for what you did for us so we can do what we're doing today. Speaking of a good guy, today, once a month, we have a special segment, Do It Yourself with Raffaello. That's right. It was a big success the last month, and we're doing it again today. And he's going to be on right after the JRC weather at about 12:35. Raffaello will be joining us, and he owns all the JRC Ace Hardware stores. And do it yourself so you people can do it at home. Very simple. We got a show. We're ready. Let's go to work. Thank you, Richie Hoffer, for making that original song for us, folks, for our opening here at Ocean's Pit. Richie from Seventh Heaven. Thank you, Richie, if you're listening. All right, boys, girls, welcome. Great time lunch, and we're going to have some fun today. Thank you guys for watching. So much going on. First of all, we want to thank everybody that showed up yesterday to Zaza's, my first show back as Tony Ocean from the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. It was yesterday at Zaza's, a big turnout. Thank you for everybody showing up. Massimo and Filippo and the crew do an incredible job. Happy birthday to Chase, the bartender. It was a party yesterday. I want to thank Carlo and Jeff and Patrice from the Honey Bears, Ross, Wendy, and Craig from Imperialux. And it was a great time. And thank you all for dancing the Thursday way. And, of course, the Professor Daryl Armenstad did an incredible job. We're going to keep the party going this weekend. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. I haven't been there in 2 weeks, so it's nice to be back there tonight with Double T, Tony Toto. That's an 8 o'clock hit. And tomorrow, for the very first time on a Saturday night since my birthday, it might not even been on a Saturday. I think it was a Thursday. It'll be the first time I've ever played Donnie G's. Will be this Saturday. That's tomorrow. Elmwood Park, North Avenue, me and Double T. That's an 8 o'clock hit, a 7:30 hit. And it's because Mama C says so. Mama C, my mother, has been very upset with me because I don't play in Elmwood Park and I don't play 10 minutes from the house. I did Wednesdays, I did some Thursdays through the years, but how come you don't come, Signor Mauricio? Perché non vengono sabato sera? So we're going to do it tomorrow, Donnie G's, 7:30, for my mom, Mama C. My mom's going to be there, so it's going to be good. She's got some of her friends coming, which usually don't leave the town. You know, when you're in Elmwood Park and you get that age, a lot of people don't leave the town. They like staying in their town. So that's Saturday night. So thank you, everyone, for that. A lot of good stuff. Let's get to, opening day today. But before we do that, it's time for our sponsor, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Our stores, their stores are ready for spring. They have everything you need for your lawn, garden needs, carrying all the best brands, including Scotts, Jonathan, Green, Bio Advance, Friskers, Toro, Craftsman, Ego, and Echo. All your favorite stuff is available at Ace Hardware, folks. And that's right. Also, small engine repair service offered at all the Chicagoland JRC Ace Hardware locations. No appointment necessary. Just bring your small engine in and speak to one of our knowledgeable sales associates. They'll get your, if you can't get your unit to us, don't worry. They'll pick it up and they'll deliver it back to you. And don't forget to grill your ace off. They have all the grill brands, Weber, Tanger, Blackstone, Napoleon, all displayed at the stores. And while you're shopping for grills, look at the large display of ribs, rubs, spices, and sauces to make sure you look great when you buy a new grill from Ace Hardware. Grill your ace off. That's the best way to be. And speaking of JRC Ace Hardware, my good buddy Raffaello will be joining us at about 12:30 with Do It Yourself with Raffaello. It's going to teach you another thing you can do at home, very simple and easy. That's Ace Hardware, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Let's see who's watching today. Carol, how are you doing, my dear friend? Kathy Apolito, Danny Nozak is in the house. Kathy, Ronnie B, what's shaking, buddy? And thank you guys for watching, everybody. It's opening day today for all you Chicago Cub fans. Friday, April 4th, opening day today against the San Diego Padres. The first pitch will be at 1:20 this afternoon. And if you're out there watching the Cubs, a little chilly, bring a jacket. Between 3 and 5, it's going to rain. But we'll give you the weather as we get closer to 12:30. All right, we have an announcement to make, folks. As you all know, Engelbert Humperdinck will be coming to the Des Plaines Theater and the Arcata Theater on Tuesday and Wednesday. We were the opening act for Engelbert Humperdinck on Tuesday, which was supposed to be April 8th. Sometimes this happens in business when you're doing this. The main event band was supposed to open for Engelbert Humperdinck. We were all excited. Everybody was excited. The band was excited. Everybody was excited. Sometimes this stuff happens when the main artist, this is Engelbert Humperdinck we're talking about, folks, decides that he doesn't want to have an opening act. I got a phone call from Mr. Ron Onesti. It was a sad phone call, but Ronnie's got to do what he's got to do, and I totally understand. So we will not be opening for Engelbert Humperdinck this Tuesday. And that's because of Engelbert Humperdinck does not want an opening act. He wants it more intimate and his show. He's the star. So it's a little sad, but that's what it is. So I'm sorry, folks, but you're still going to go there. You're still going to see an incredible show. Of course, the great Engelbert Humperdinck. Yeah, so I'm very sorry about that. I will not be there. Like I said, none of my doing. It was beyond our control. Nothing that Ron Onesti can do. Believe me, he tried. But when you're Engelbert Humperdinck or any big major act that comes in, they decide. They were good for it in the beginning when we first announced it, of course, and we posted it and Ron posted it. But these things do happen. It happened to me one time at Poplar Creek. I was doing a sound check opening for Vic Damone. After my sound check of doing Delilah by Tom Jones, I was told that we're not going to be able to open. Now, I have no idea why Vic Damone didn't want me to open for him. But this is, like I said, we're apologizing. It's got nothing to do with me. It got nothing to do with Ron Onesti or Onesti Entertainment. It's got to do with Engelbert Humperdinck, and he doesn't even know who I am. It's just that he doesn't want an opening act. He wants to go straight through, start early, and, he's at that age. So apologize to everybody who bought tickets to come and see me, the main event band, opening for Engelbert Humperdinck. On other news, folks, more and more stuff is being recalled. Yesterday, Aldi's recalled so much cheese. Now Benadryl, thousands of Benadryl has been recalled. Children poisoning rising in the bottles. So be careful with the Benadryl. Another United States product in these stores being recalled again. This time it's Benadryl. Yesterday was cheese from Aldi's. And every day that's going on, it's going to be crazy. Ricky, thank you. Nice words. Joanne, I know, Dina. It's Jill, I'm sorry too. But I hope I'll see you soon. You said I'll see you tomorrow, you said? Or well, good. I hope I see you. So that's going to be good. So that's the deal with Benadryl. Stay away from that. And let's talk about Costco. You're looking for a job, folks. Don't feel like working or you can't get a job that pays well. Costco if you get a job at Costco, the clerks, some of the Costco's their starting pay is almost like near $32 an hour. This is at Costco, folks. $32 an hour is a lot of money. Probably because they can't get people to work. This is what I'm thinking. But $32 an hour at Costco's. And I'm sure once you work there, they probably give you discounts towards food or anything you buy there because you're an employee. So look at your nearby Costco. And if you're looking for a job, apply for a clerk, $32, up to $32 an hour to start. I mean, that's huge. Probably because of experience and stuff like that. But it's very good job if you want to go. Costco's a great company, right? So I'm good with that. Hey, you ladies out there, how about you redheads? Redheads? Redheads. I don't know too many redheads, but redheads, listen to this, folks. Redheads have a rare generic superpowers. Redheads. They tolerate pain more than any other girls with different colors. And that's because they produce more vitamin D. So you redheads out there, superpowers. They can tolerate a lot of pain. And that is your redheads. Very cool. Here's another thing that I find very amusing, and I find it myself because I'm the first person who will tell you this. People who instantly respond with sarcasm have a clearer, healthier brain. I've always been said I'm always busting balls, busting chops. That's because I love the people I bust balls to. If you stop busting people's balls, then you know that's when you have to start worrying. So people, if you're instantly with their sarcasm, you have healthier brains. Study shows. I also want to thank my good buddy Donnie Biaggi from New York City, Donnie Drama. Thank you for having because your son or somebody works for the Yankees and put Tony Ocean, New York Yankees, welcome Tony Ocean. Thank you, my good friend Donnie Drama Biaggi. I can't wait till you come back here to Chicago, buddy, because I know your daughter lives here in Chicago. My good buddy Donnie in New York City. Thank you, Donnie, for that. Our prayers go out to Rod Stewart and his family. His daughter-in-law, Nicole, died at the age of 38 years old. Of course, that's his wife's daughter. So daughter-in-law, Nicole from the Rod Stewart family dies at the age of 38 years old. Our prayers go out to the Rod Stewart family. You want to hear remember the great Hollywood sign? You go to California, up on the hills, Hollywood, H-O-L-L, the big white letters. It always, because Hollywood, movies, actors, premieres, was always the Hollywood sign in California. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Hollywood sign is moving from California. I guess the property that it's on, they don't want to renew the lease. So where could they put that Hollywood sign? So the old Hollywood sign that you're all used to seeing in California will be moving to Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right, because the California property that the Hollywood sign is on would not renew their lease. So now the Hollywood sign will be coming to Las Vegas. I will come and see you at one of your shows soon. I'm sorry this happened to you and your band. I was looking forward to it, Jill. It killed me too, and my mom. But we're going to end up taking my sister out for her birthday anyway, so it kind of worked out that way. But again, thank you, Ron Onesti and Onesti Entertainment, for trying to put me in there. When I asked him, when it was first announced, he said, yeah, Tony, no problem. And it was going well until we got the phone call. Like I said, we will not be opening for Engelbert Humperdinck, but that's got nothing to do with us or the Onesti organization. It had to do with the main act, the main event, and that is, of course, Engelbert Humperdinck. But you're still going to have a great show, anything that Ron Onesti does at oshows.com. Now, don't forget, folks, let's get to another sponsor. Trying to buy, selling your home. Oh, don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. That's your forever agent. That's Mary Grievous at mgrievousstarkre.com. Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate Service. She's available to assist buyers, for sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. You need to give her a call at 847 Excuse me, I said the wrong number, didn't I? 630-688-1725. And she will be more than happy to buy, sell, or get your house sold. That's what she does. And you can get great deals with Mary. And don't forget, Mary also works for NTD Vacations. So when you're ready to go on vacation, give Mary a call. 2-for-1 phone call right there, 630-688-1725. That's my good friend, Mary Grievous, folks. All right. Now, there's a lot of things that people do, singers, actors, to soothe in the throat when you're about to do a show. A lot of people do different things. They do a little shot of brandy, a little hot tea, lemon, apple cider vinegar, shot of whiskey. That's what I use. A lot of people, little sprays that I also use. There's something to lubricate, but there's some people that use some crazy stuff. And here is something, according to TMZ, so you don't know if it's actually real or not. But according to TMZ, folks, we are talking about Jessica Simpson, actress, singer. Here's what she uses, folks, believe it or not. And you know what? You're going to hear any crazy shit, you're going to hear it here on Ocean's Pit. Unfiltered, baby. And I'm not making this up. Jessica Simpson, to soothe her throat, and when she has a sore throat, when she's ready to act, or when she's ready to sing, she actually drinks snake sperm, snake semen, folks. I have no idea where this came from, but it's according to Jessica Simpson and TMZ. Now, whether it's true or not, snake serum, snake semen. That's right, folks. Snake sperm is what she uses for her throat. And you guys can use that joke and run with it because it's that good. 2 eggs and orange juice in a blender. That works too. Joe Rossi, what's up, brother? Hot tea, lemon, honey for you. That's it. Whiskey sometimes. Joe's a ring announcer, so he knows that stuff. But that's what she uses, folks. Snake sperm, snake semen. You can't make this up, folks. You can't make this up because Jessica Simpson says so. You're watching Ocean's Pit. We got some good shows coming up. Next Thursday, we'll be at Are We Live on the 10th of April in Burr Ridge, Capri, next to Gigi's Place. Fantastic. On the 17th of April, returning to Bellanote with my good buddy Dave Calderon. That's in Lisle, Illinois. We sold it out last time. Hope you guys can come back out again. I'm excited about that. Very, very cool. On the 19th of April, we're returning to Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy with the Main Event Band. And on the 13th of April, we'll be there, Sinatra Sunday. On the 26th of April, we'll be at Norton's in Highland Park. I love Richie and the crew. They do an incredible job there. Usually we play 2 or 3 times a year there, but this time we're only there one time in 2025, folks. And that's going to be April 26th. Unfortunately, I couldn't give Richie any more dates. So that's the only date we got at Norton's coming up Saturday, April 26th. Interesting, true. On the 21st of May, don't forget, we'll be at the Getaway in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Ocean's Rat Pack hits Piazza, a restaurant in club in Aurora, Naperville area. That's Sunday, April 27th. That's a 4:00 show. There's no dinner. So check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And on the 24th of April, returning to Positano's in Oak Brook, the return of Jerry Jams from Florida, and the return of Lisa P. Us 3 are back at Positano's. And don't forget, the big show will be coming up, folks. It's a little ways away. Of course, it's November, but November 9th, I do a show once a year at the Des Plaines Theater, and this one is going to be Tony Ocean and Friends. We got a bunch of people lined up, and me and Ron are putting together. We like to use friends that I've used in the past, but we're trying to get new people that have never played the theater or not with me at the theater. So we've got the Main Event Band. We got Joe Catafio, formerly of Jade 50. Oh, he's still with Jade 50s. Of course, we got Johnny Garini, which I've never got a chance to play with. He'll be joining us with the band. Also, Christian Knievel will be there. Of course, Robbie Knievel's daughter, Evel Knievel's granddaughter. Lisa P. will be joining the bill for the first time. And we got some more people that will be adding to that show. Oshows.com, November 9th, Sunday, Des Plaines Theater. Come on out. It's like 3:00, so it's after the Bears game. And I'm excited about that. I really am. because I love doing that theater, and I love doing that when performing with other friends and people that I've performed with. We'll probably have some of our regulars there too, but we're trying to bring in some new blood that some of you people might have not seen. I know 3 or 4 of them you've definitely not seen at the theater. So that's November 9th on Sunday, folks. Don't forget now at 12:35, my good buddy Raffaello will be here from JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Do it yourself at Raffaello, and it'll be coming up very, very soon. How about Billy and the Vintage Saints? I love that band. Billy Hall, Anthony Melchiotti, Russ Armentrout. And speaking of Bill Hall, Boyd, you'll be excited to know this. The Dream Police, Moe's Dream Police, is back. You know, we've never broke up. We just never have time to do dates, but we have one. August 5th, it's a Sunday at Tribute Island in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Tribute Island is a giant fest of all tribute bands. It's a 3-day fest, or it's a 1-day fest or 2-day fest, whatever it is. But the Dream Police, Mark Shealy, Tommy Bam Bam Burke, Bill Hall, Nick Sahajas, and yours truly with our tribute to Cheap Trick. Put it on the calendar. Tribute Island is great because you can see Led Zeppelin on one stage, the Cars on the other stage, Cheap Trick on the other, Boston on the other, the Beatles on the other, Elvis on the other. It's called Tribute Island. It's a great festival, and I can't wait with the Dream Police. August 5th. It's a while away, but it's fun. Lillian, I hope you're doing well, my dear friend. All right, let's get to another sponsor, folks. Becoming your own bank. Investing your money. We all need to do it. We all try to do it. It's never too late. How about using Imperialux? That's right. It's that simple, folks. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Cogman help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure a legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly, for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That's becoming your own bank with Imperialux. Again, 630-890-1213 and tell them Tony O sent you to become your own bank. Oh boy, so much stuff to talk about, and I'm so happy that you guys are here today, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Ryan Lewis, I miss you too, my friend. Hope I'll see you at the end of the month at Rosario's. Let's get to some headlines. We got a couple more minutes before we bring on Raffaello, folks. Tragic footage shows a trainer at SeaWorld being ripped apart by a killer whale during rehearsal. You got to understand, folks, when people, men, women, they work with animals. They are animals. They are wild. I don't care how well you know them. Even sometimes the certain breed of a dog will turn on you. It's just the instinct. And this is a trainer that's probably been doing it for a long time with whales, and especially to get hired at SeaWorld, you have to be pretty professional. But you don't know the moods of these. These are animals. You're talking about a whale, one of the biggest mammals in the world. And they had to rip the trainer apart. I'm sure that's happened before, but it was during rehearsal. Imagine if it happened live when, people and all the kids are watching. So that's tragic there, folks. But sometimes when you deal with animals, you don't know what to expect. You guys know that that's the deal. And it's sad, but it's nature. And that's what it is. FBI Director Kash Patel this is good news, folks. This is good news. This is what I've been waiting for. And a lot of our people have been waiting for. FBI Director Kash Patel has seized the phone and bank records for everyone on Pelosi's staff on January 6th. We believe there's proof that she set the whole thing up. Now, I know we're not supposed to talk about politics and this and that, and right now it's pretty steamed up in the politics world today with the hatred for President Donald Trump and the love for President Donald Trump. If they're going to seize the bank records and phone records and they find anything that can lead to what happened on January 6th, we still will never know what actually happened. There's always two sides of the story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. And we're going to hopefully find out what's going on. Susie Steele, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Kathy Kathy, if you just joined us, and some of you people that just joined us, again, the announcement I made this morning, unfortunately, Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band will not be opening for Engelbert Humperdinck this Tuesday, April 8th at the Des Plaines Theater. And like I said, it had nothing to do with the Tony Ocean Band. It was out of our control, had nothing to do with Ron Onesti or Onesti Entertainment. It had to do with Engelbert Humperdinck. He wants no opening act, even though they agreed to it. But then they changed their mind, and they can, because it's Engelbert. And any main event band can change their mind. It's their show. It's sad that we're not doing it. I'm upset about it, but we understand this is what happens. And again, I tried Ron Onesti. Thank you so much for putting it in and trying to go to bat for us for more. But it's called by Engelbert Humperdinck. It was just his people that want to make it an earlier show, so they want to go on early, so they don't want to have the opening act and the more intimate of a show. And unfortunately, we will not be there opening for Engelbert Humperdinck. Maybe next time around, we'll see what happens. So there's you, Kathy, just in case, and some of the people that just jumped on the show right now. Raffaello coming up soon. JRC Ace Hardware, do it yourself with Ralphie. Hey, looking to find work from home. Now, there's a lot of scam jobs out there that you probably see online, but there's a couple things that you can go on to find real, legit work that you can do from home. I'm going to give you the top 10 websites that you can find work from home. I'm going to start with number 10, Fiverr, Fiverr. We can go to number 9, Remotive. Number 8, Freelancer. These are websites that you can look up to look for jobs for remote. Number 7, Flex Jobs. Number 6, Working Nomads. Number 5, Reddit. Number 4, FB Groups. Number 3, jobs on LinkedIn. Really help. Number 2 is Angels List. You can find jobs, but the number one site to find jobs from remote home, to work from home, is something called Just Remote. Look up the website for Just Remote. That is voted the number one website for people looking for jobs to work from home. So, well, Emo, thank you for your kind words. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe, I don't know. I just think that that's what some of the big stars do when they're the main event band, when they're the main act, the main attraction. They can call the shots. I mean, it's just the way it's done in the business. There you go. Now, the most stubborn people in the world, stubborn by your signs. Now, I don't know if this is true because I don't agree with this particular one, but maybe you do. Are you stubborn? Well, let's see. Aquarius, if you're Aquarius, you're 35% more stubborn. If you're a Virgo, you're 50%. Pisces, you're not stubborn at all. Aries, 75%. Taurus, 1,000%. Scorpio, 80%, more stubborn. Libra, 10%. Sagittarius, 30%. Cancer, 55%. Gemini, 20%. Leo, 60%. And Capricorn, 95% more stubborn. I disagree. I'm a Capricorn, born December 28th, 1962. And I'm not that stubborn. I might be pissed off for the first 10 minutes or so. Might not talk to you for a day or two. But after that, I'm not stubborn at all. So I think they got that one wrong. And maybe they got yours wrong too. David, Libra, you're stubborn. Okay, David, there you go, buddy. I hope you're doing well. So there it is. Now, my Italian friends out there, you know how we say different words. Sandwich. I want a sandwich. There's no G. No G in sandwich. It's sandwich. I'm going to get myself a sandwich. It's not Sadgwich. It's Sadwich. Pronounced sandwich. The G is silent because it's not there. So stop calling it a sandwich, which I have to say myself because that's what I do. I always call it sandwich. More political world, folks. WGN News former heart surgeon and TV pitchman Dr. Oz has confirmed Thursday he's going to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. How do you feel about Dr. Oz being in charge of Medicare and Medicaid services? At least it's a real doctor. Dr. Fauci's never worked on a patient, and everybody believed this rubbish that he's been said for 4 years. So congratulations to Dr. Oz in charge of Medicare and Medicaid services. I say front room, and there you go. Good. But I love Connie. Connie, she loves it too. Okay. We're going to stay away from that. It's time for the weather, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's the JRC weather, brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. The weather for today, brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. This is the Ace Minute. Today's weather for Friday, April 4th. 48 degrees out there, folks. It feels like it's 45 degrees. The humidity is 55% right now, and the wind chill is 10 miles an hour. Now, yesterday was 15 miles an hour. It's cloudy, a little chilly out there, folks, and they're expecting rain today between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. Chance of rain for opening day at Chicago Cubs. That is your Ace Minute, brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Absolutely. And I'm going to have a great week now, folks. We'll be back on Monday. Of course, Tuesday is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. And Wednesday, my good friend Joe Catafio will be my guest. Now, Joe has been in the music world for so many, many years with his band Jade 50s, was on American Bandstand. He's been to all the different, he's been to Iraq, performing for the troops, and he's still doing his solo stuff. And what a great history he has. And he's got a big tour. He put together a Beatles tour in October. Liverpool, you're going to see all the Beatles sites and all the Abbey Road and Penny Lane, and they've already got like 35 people already signed up for this tour of Liverpool, England, the Beatles tour, the Magical Mystery Tour, whatever they're calling it. But Joe's going to be on the show on Wednesday, and if you're interested in going, you should listen, because you might want to join that. And also great news, and my buddy Nick Sahajas, the piano man, with tribute to Billy Joel, Elton John, but you all know he's a big Beatle fan. And him and Phyllis are going to England, and which is very cool, because he just told me about it. He booked time at Abbey Road Studios. So Nick's going to go and record a song. He got studio time at Abbey Road in England, and you'll actually be recording one of his original tracks, original song, at Abbey Road Studios. How cool is that? Got to be the greatest recording studio in the world. The Beatles, Badfinger, how many people else recorded at Abbey Road? So when that gets recorded, I'm really excited for Nick. It's going to be, he's very happy about that. And it's going to be very cool. All right. So it is 12:33. And like I said, it's time to bring up our guest. Raffaello is a good friend of mine, folks, and he owns the JRC Ace Hardware Stores, the one in Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and the brand new one in Mesa, Arizona. And when he re-signed again as a sponsor for Ocean's Pit, we're trying to come up with some new things. He came up with us doing the weather every day, which is something new. And I'm going to be doing 2 shows probably this summer at the Des Plaines location outside in the parking lot, and the Norridge. We do some live concerts where they're going to do some grilling, burgers and dogs, and do some specials. But what he wanted to do, which is a great idea, go in a segment of do it yourself. Now, we did something last month for the toilet, how to fix the toilet thing, and which was very successful. And I don't know what he's got today, but I'm sure it's going to be something that you're all going to want to know, especially with the season coming now, grilling and summer and spring and everything like that. So without any further ado, let's bring my buddy Raffaello live from Mesa, Arizona at the JRC Ace Hardware Store in Mesa, Arizona. My good friend, Ocean's Pit, Raffaello, Do It Yourself Friday with Ralph. How you doing, Raffaello, sir?
Good. I was about to get a sandwich.
You're about to make a sandwich. There you go, sandwich. Yeah. We always call it that. Raffaello, how you looking? Very dapper. Where did you get those glasses, by the way?
We sell these at Ace Hardware. Melissa and my lovely bride goes ahead and puts all this together, and I don't know the cost of them, but they're a lot cheaper than a pair of Jimmy Choo's.
And they look good. They look like real expensive
We have them
glasses.
in white, we have them in red, we have them in yellow.
There you go. You got them in different colors besides
You
blue?
do. You do.
Oh, there you go. So you got a rainbow
Listen, Tony, I want to jump right into this because I did some research today. I want to talk about life safety and smoke detectors because you know what?
Yes.
Doing my research, I was just floored at the amount of deaths that are caused by this. We could eliminate 33% of deaths in home fires. And most of your viewers or listeners have children and grandchildren over their house. And I'm curious how many of them have a plan put together in case something happens. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying,
So-
Raffaello, what would you say? What would you say? How many houses you think should have? How many should there be in houses? You think?
Well, there has to be one per location, per floor. If you have a 3-story home, and you should have them close to the bedrooms. We're talking about smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors today. There we go. So we're going to go through the prompts in a minute, but I just find it interesting that, like when people talk about life safety, Tony, life safety
Yes.
is a system of measures designed to protect people and lives and ensure they have safe evacuation when an incident occurs that requires that. Now I'm going to go to this document that I pulled up that I found interesting is that we're going to talk about smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors today. That's the topic of it because it's really important to save people.
Yes, it is.
So one document I pulled up said, and I don't even I don't do this in my house. I didn't really think about this in my own. Like when a fire alarm goes off, instead of you going looking for the issue, you should immediately alert your children that this fire alarm is going off and we need to evacuate the residence.
Correct.
Use the closest stairwell. Don't use an elevator if you live in a high rise, because if you open that door and there's a fire, you just killed everybody in the stairwell, obviously. And it also says you should also feel the doors for heat before you open them. Okay? Move to the safe location outside the building. Have that location in everybody's head where we're going to meet, and then do a head count before you call the fire department or police. Make sure your family's safe and they're accounted for. There's 5 of us in the family. We're all here. Call the fire department. But I never even thought of that. Did you?
No, I just thought of, a lot of people just call the fire department, and you're right. A lot of people go
Get out of the
You
house.
gotta take care of the kids, grab the pets. A lot of people go for their valuables, which is crazy because you just got to let it burn, man. Your life and your children, your animals are more
Right,
safety than
right.
anything else.
It's very interesting now, doing my research again, it's about 2,200 people in the U.S. die yearly at house fires. 2,200 die. Parish president, right. Almost 2/3 of that could be diverted by a smoke detector. You could save those lives, right?
Wow.
And out of that 2,200 people, 90% of them have smoke detectors that don't work.
That's something, Raffaello, that's like one of the questions I was going to ask, and I'm sure you're going to bring it up. Now, how often those batteries last on those smoke detectors?
Right.
What do they last? How often do they need to be changed?
Okay, so let's touch base on that. The reasons why smoke detectors chirp. We don't want anybody like, remember last time I sent you that email about the guy in New Jersey that couldn't get him to quit and he took a shotgun and shot him? Like, we don't need anybody discharging their weapons at their smoke detectors. We could fix them.
Yes.
We could fix them. So the low battery is the number one culprit. And if you have 3 that are daisy chained, that means they got batteries and they're fed by your home electric in case they go dead. That's when they start chirping. They're telling you they're in trouble. You got to change all the batteries. You can't just change one. If you have 4 in your house, change them all and be done. A lot of people don't realize that if you have a 2-story home and some people have their a furnace room in the attic, there's a smoke and a heat sensor up there. So they change the ones on the first and second floor in the basement, and they leave that one, and it starts chirping anyway. And they're really getting upset. What's going on? I changed them all. Well, you
And
left one.
sometimes up in the attic, you might not hear it sometimes when it's chirping.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
So that's the main culprit is the batteries, and they usually chirp every 30 to 60 seconds. And for sure, they start chirping at 1 o'clock in the morning when you're in the middle of a dead sleep, and you're really upset about that. Right.
Correct.
The other thing people don't realize is they do a little home project, and a lot of smoke detectors come with this little thing. Looks like when women used to take a shower in the 60s.
Yeah, sure.
This is a dust cover for your smoke detector.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That should be over your smoke detector.
If you're doing some work in your house and you're doing some sanding,
I
cover the smoke detector, because if it gets some dust in there, you got problems coming your way. You got problems. They're going to chirp. So that's this little thing that costs at least like 9 cents.
Okay.
Saves you a lot of aggravation long term. Humidity could affect the smoke detector. If it's humid in your house, that can affect it. Also, a lot of people don't realize, like, these BRK smoke detectors, a lot of people come in and they want to change it because the life expectancy is like 9 to 10 years on a smoke. That's it. So I want to show you something what I see a lot of seniors get upset about. They bring their smoke detector in and they want to replace it. They buy it and they leave. Then they come back 20 minutes later and they're like, hey, this doesn't fit. You are never going to use the existing base that's mounted to the ceiling to snap your sleeve. It's just not going to happen. That's part of the U.S. process of let's hire somebody to change the whole unit.
Ah, okay. I got it.
So now BRK, these smoke detectors, they work with First Alert. They work very closely because the connection is the same on both devices.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you don't have to then theoretically take down your existing smoke detector and start splicing wires to get it to work.
Oh, all right.
That's very, because you know what? The reality of as we age, to get on a ladder or head up in the air and start doing it, it's very challenging.
Yes, yes.
That's when you call Nora Jason at 708-456-6800. You ask for our handyman, he'll come out and do it for you. Right.
Absolutely.
But anyway, back to this. BRK makes one with multiple points where you can actually plug it into your existing smoke. It's a dual connection and plug it into this one, and it works fine. You still have to change the base to get it to mount to the ceiling.
Now, Raphael, what is that unit like that? What's it called, and what's it usually run when you go buy it?
So this is the BRK SMCO 100. It's only a smoke detector. It retails in our store for $29.99.
Okay, now what do you mean only a smoke detector?
Well, I'm going to go to this one now. This is the BRK SM100. I'm sorry. This is the smoke and carbon. Okay. So it does both. This is just smoke detector.
So you recommend people to get the one that also signals for carbon monoxide. That's very important.
I do not recommend you do that in both in the same unit. Here's why, because this is mounted to the ceiling. By the time, in my opinion, it starts to scent the carbon monoxide, whoever's sleeping is already passed out from the particulates in the air because they're raising to reach this. This is what I recommend. I recommend you get the plug-in carbon monoxide detector because this is about 18 to 20 inches off the floor.
Can you put it in front of the TV so they can see it better? Okay, there you go. All right.
This is the plug-in, no battery. I mean, there's a battery. The battery only works as a backup. And you should have one on your first floor and one right in the middle of the bedrooms. On the side, if you have a 2-story house.
What does that run? What does that run?
This one right here is $39.99. I actually wrote the prices down, so I knew what I was talking about. Okay. But I highly recommend this over this one that's smoke and carbon that's mounted to the ceiling. Because you understand my point, it has to raise up and activate this.
Correct.
By the time it does that, you could be expired.
Yeah, but by then, like you said, with the carbon monoxide, by the time it raises that, you're probably out cold already in bed.
Exactly. So I have these personally in my house. I have one on the first floor and I have one on the second floor. And it's right between our bedrooms.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
these do have batteries in them, and they chirp as well.
Okay, and how many? Let's be honest. How often should you change these units? How often should you change them? Every 2 years? Every 3 years? Every year? What do you think?
This has a battery in it. It has a little door that opens up for the battery, which is right here. Here's the battery port. This battery should be changed every year. I would definitely, as the, what do we call it, spring ahead, when we do the time change the batteries in these, because you know what? This could save your life. Cut and dry.
But Raffaello, what about the unit itself?
Every 10 years, it recommends to be replaced.
Every 10 years. Okay.
Right. Yeah. How old are your units in your house, Tony?
Pardon me?
How old are your units?
Mine were probably we changed them last year.
There you go. You'll notice this white starting to yellow as well when you look up at the ceiling. Right.
Yes.
You know what? That's a sign that says this is time to change things.
So
I mean, I know, you know what? People look at it as this is ridiculous. This could save your life.
Raffaello, what about people who smoke in the homes? Now, I don't know how many people still do that, but how about people who smoke cigarettes in the house? And I mean, that thing has got to get more. It's got to get more dirtier because of the smoke, right? From people smoking.
Yes, but you know what? These things. I mean, you're not blowing smoke directly into your smoke detector. I'm assuming. No. I don't know.
No, but if say you smoke in your bedroom, or say you have one in your living room. What about if you have a fireplace? Would that also detect? No, it would not. Okay, all right.
No, we run our fireplace at home, and it doesn't affect our smoke detectors. Now, people who burn stuff in the oven affect the smoke detectors because they go off. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. That's why we eat sandwiches.
Sandwiches. We got a great question from Dennis in Lake Geneva, Raffaello. Should you have a detector in your garage?
Yes, you should.
That's a great question, Dennis.
Yes, you should.
A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah.
And if your garage is attached, people don't realize if the attic touches the garage, it's usually 2 to 3 sheets of drywall inside that space to prevent any of the carbon monoxide coming out of the car, drifting in the attic, and then dropping to its lowest point and going ahead and causing life safety issues in your home. Yeah. There's usually a lot of drywall in there that prevents that.
Absolutely. And you're absolutely right, Raffaello. People look at it because it's so high in the ceiling. You have to grab a ladder. We really, very important. Any seniors out there, don't attempt to crawl up that ladder.
No.
Get a handyman from the Norwich or the Des Plaines.
You know what's interesting? I also believe, Tony, that if you have challenges with your smoke detector, right, the local fire department will come out and assist you free of charge with it. If you have issues with it, all you got to do is call your local fire department. They'll send someone out and help you with that.
And they will. And Jackie just said the fireplace affects the smoke detector if the flute is not open.
And she would know because she turns it on.
There you go, Jackie. See, coming in there, giving us some information there. Right. Hey, look, we got both sides. Now we got full coverage. Now we got both sides.
Well, you know what? Usually I say, hey, babe, get the ladder and change the batteries, right?
Too bad the dog can't go up there and change it, right?
He's too big. He's too big.
But it's amazing how many people do die because of this. And it's something that's very easily to obtain, and it's very reasonable price-wise. It's not something you have to pay some big, crazy unit.
You know what?
Put your homes.
It's sad, Tony, because it's all preventable. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you have a plan in place, you discuss it with your wife. If you got small children, they're not in the plan. You're managing them to escape the house to get out. A lot of people, hey, 1 o'clock in the morning, what's going on with the smoke? Are you kidding me? You know what? Get them outside the front door and then go investigate after you call the fire department. Because you could have a fire in a wall.
That's true. Raffaello, what about if people, say you had a fire in the house and your smoke detectors were not working or the batteries weren't changed? I mean, that can affect the money you get from your insurance too, because you weren't upkeeping what you're supposed to upkeep.
I don't know how that, but it makes perfect sense to me. You could be right. I don't know.
I don't know either, but that must be
I
something.
mean, Tony, for $100 a year, you could save a life.
Raffaello, does it make a difference if you're in a warmer temperature? Like if you're in something like Arizona where it's hot, the heat can't do nothing to smoke.
No, it makes a difference with the humidity when you're in Florida. If you don't keep your house the air conditioning on so it's pull the humidity out, because the humidity will deteriorate these and won't let them function, or it'll set them off. And then they're not working properly. Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So people that
Right.
live like Emo and everybody that some people that are watching that are in Florida, you might really be careful with that. It makes a lot of sense.
So
But
I
like
see
you said,
David. I like electric with backup batteries. That's what these are. That's what this pigtail is. This is hardwired to your house's system, but the battery still will chirp. It's just telling you, hey, my battery's dead. Change it, because you know what? If a fire occurs and it occurs, say it occurs where your breaker panel is, and it kills all the breakers, at least these are active
these are still active. And
because you have
Raphael,
batteries.
what I know a lot of people when it comes to batteries, they look at the cheapest price and they get the cheapest battery. I mean, does it make a difference if it's an Everready or something Duracell? You should get a real good battery, correct?
All mine at home have the Ace brand batteries because I'm a brand ambassador for Ace Hardware, right?
Okay.
But you know what? You're changing. You got to change them every year. End of story. You just got to do that. You got to discipline yourself to say, hey, it's on my calendar. I got to change the batteries. This could cause some serious damage in your house. God forbid it becomes a life safety issue.
Well, it's something that we're learning. It's very important to make sure
Right.
you change it. Yeah, I
And
think
how
it's
many
good.
people really disregard them, or it's beeping, they take it down, unplug it. I'll change it tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into 2 weeks.
It's true. And you know what? This happens. I guarantee you it happens in people's homes. They're
You
too
know,
busy, they're
wait,
doing something, they're not thinking, and something that small can destroy everything in your home or it can hurt the family.
2,200 people in the United States die that are the death is unintentional because of home fires. Out of that 2,200 people, 2/3 of them have smoke detectors that are not operative for
Two
some
thirds.
reason. Two
And that's a
thirds.
lot. That's a
Yep.
lot, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen. It is.
It's just interesting that you have it. You've already installed it. Change the battery.
Absolutely. It's that simple. It's something, it's like you're changing the oil in your car. You have to do it. It needs to be
Right.
done. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's important. That's fantastic.
It's
You know,
almost like, do you put 3 slices of prosciutto on the sandwich, or do you put
yes,
2 slices?
there's a big difference there with the sandwich.
Exactly.
Raphael, you're in Mesa, Arizona. How you doing out there? How's the Ace Hardware store doing over there?
We're doing well. We're on our feet. It's busy. It's holding its own, and the weather is absolutely beautiful. We're about 20 degrees below average,
Okay, so it should be what at this time? What should it be out there?
between
Normal.
85 and 92, and we're like 71.
So it's perfect right now
Right.
in
Next
Arizona.
Friday, they're talking about hitting the high of 100.
I don't know how people do it, can say, but you're not up there in the summer, right?
I was there while we remodeled the store
Okay, right.
from August all the way to like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and they had 115 consecutive days over 115 degrees straight.
And
Right.
is that a record for Arizona?
Yeah, last year they broke the record of it, right? Consecutive days over 115. It's hot. If you don't have air conditioning out here, you die. Period. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
I mean,
Right.
it's completely crazy. You shouldn't even be outside. I mean, it
No.
starts getting warm right away.
We're in the mall next to a grocery store. If you go there at 1:30 or 2 to go grocery shopping, there's the tellers. There ain't nobody in the store.
They're,
Nobody.
they're done. Yeah,
They're like, no, they show up at the store at 5:30 in the morning to shop.
yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Other
Get
than
it
that,
done.
no.
It's still cool. It's still cool in Arizona at that time, right?
It's like 91 degrees then. 90
That's still
degrees.
hot.
It's hot in the morning. Yeah. It never cools. When the desert gets hot, it's hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's one great thing there, folks. That's what you need to do. The smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide one. They have one that's combined that does both. Recommend doing that. Go to your nearest JRC hardware stores in the Norridge area. Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, or for your there in Arizona. You can stop by and see there, Raphael, or anybody can help you with that. It's fantastic. Raphael, we love what you do with these things, and we're looking forward to see what you're going to do next month. Maybe you'll do something on grills because it is Grill Your Ace Off time of year, right?
You're right.
It's,
You're right.
you know what? Since we've got a little time left, buying grills, how long does grills usually last?
Well, consider a grill nowadays is like an appliance, like you bought a stove for your house, because you're using it in the same sense. I mean, some of the prices on the grills you can see some of them are 7,000 or 8,000. I think we just brought in the Mount Alpi in Norridge. You got to see this grill. It's an entire island with a refrigerator built in it. They're big. They're like 8 feet long. They're beautiful. Right. You know what? 10 years, because they're outside. You got to keep them covered, keep them clean. But there's some of us that are out here that grill all the time. They're out in the wintertime. They got their cigar. They got their they're drinking their hand and they're grilling.
And they're grilling all the time. It's important. I know you had a big sale there in March for the Weber Spirit 400. What you got something going on? We're getting the new info sheet for Ace. We'll start bringing that up on Monday. But it's got time to start doing it. Grill your Ace.
Well, you know what's interesting is it's funny because I feel like this promotes family gathering. Like, hey, Dad's gonna grill. Let's all sit together. Let's have dinner. Because the kids right now, they're all on their phones, or they're going to Chipotle, or they're running out to get a sandwich.
Sandwich with a G. Yes, that's it. Sandwich with a G.
Right.
Yeah, but it's, I think you're right. When they do grill, it does keep families together. If you have a pool or you're just sitting outside, let's have a little beef, little sausage, a little grilled chicken. Yeah, and it's very good stuff.
I grilled last night. I made a steak. What did you make for dinner?
What did I do for dinner? I was working. I didn't eat dinner. I was working last night, so no dinner for me. There you go. David said, I just bought a Weber Performer. I grill all year around with charcoal and electric start. Is there a difference, Ralph? Do you like the charcoal or do you like the electric start?
I have the gas. The electric start is where he just hits the button. But I got to tell you, we have a Weber. When it's really cold outside, we shut the gas off. We have a control for our cooktop. We put a towel over it, and I bring out the electric Weber, and I plug it in, and I grill burgers inside on top of my cooktop. Right. Actually, I know Jackie's going to chime in. She goes, I do this.
See that? You do a little bit of everything there. My good friend, Raffaella with Do-It-Yourself Ace Hardware. Thank you so much, Ralph, for your time.
And I appreciate it.
And guys, don't forget JRC Ace Hardware Stores. The one in Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and now Mesa, Arizona.
Hey, most importantly, stay focused on your smoke detectors. Make sure the batteries are changed. Make sure they're functioning correctly. It could save someone's life.
It's very important. A lesson learned. Thank you, Raffaella. You have a great day. You have a great weekend, my good friend. Thank you. Raffaella, ladies and gentlemen, from the JRC Ace Hardware Stores, telling you lies, do it yourself with my good buddy Raffaella, and he will be back again next month with another tip for you guys to learn how to do stuff around the home and can save your home. And I'm sure he's going to come up with something good for next month. So thank you, Raffaella. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Jackie, and everybody from JRC Ace Hardware Stores. It's time for a quick sponsor. You're looking for a good company, ladies and gentlemen. Another great company is Jack Vena Landscaping, folks. It's that time. People are busy. Sign up. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service and installation. Servicing the North Shore for 47 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. Take care of your maintenance and everything outside, folks. And also, it's time maybe to change your windows and siding. It's that time of year. Go to Louis Pipes and Airtight Windows and Siding. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Servicing the Chicagoland area for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight Windows. Call Louis Pipes at 708-788-5000 and tell them Tony O sent you. Great companies, buy local, shop local. That's what it's all about, folks. It is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow will be at Donnie G's in Elmwood Park because Mama C says so. I'm going to make my mom happy. So come on out to Elmwood Park. Don't forget Armando's Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. And Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision and auto repair needs. Go to crashchampions.com. Again, this Tuesday, April 8th, no fault of the Tony Ocean Band or the Ron Onesti organization. We will not be opening for Engelbert Humperdinck. It's a sad day for me and the band, but it's something that was out of our control. It was, like I said, it was Engelbert Humperdinck made that choice, and it's his show. And that's what a lot of main acts can end up doing, that pulling it out at the last minute. So again, we apologize for that, but hopefully we'll, if he comes back, we get a chance to do it next time. All right, guys, birthdays for Friday, April 4th. My good buddy Saturday, Joe Catafio will be 70 years old. Joe, happy birthday. Joe will be our guest on Wednesday. Dr. Demento. How many remember the great Dr. Demento? One of my favorite shows, along with Sven Gooley. Got Ben Vereen, the dancer, 78 years old. Wayne Newton, The Golden Voice, 83 years old. Tony Orlando and Dawn celebrating a birthday. Ray Combs, remember Ray from Family Feud? He took over for Richard Dawson, and then I guess he ended up committing suicide. Family Food, Ray Combs. Sebastian Bach, lead singer from the hair band Skid Row, celebrating a birthday. Jack Webb from Dragnet, celebrating a birthday. Buddy Epson, better known as, of course, Barnaby Jones, and, of course, Jed Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies. You got to love it. Allie McGraw celebrating a birthday. Nancy McEwen from The Facts of Life. Mick Ralph from Bad Company and Mata Hoople celebrating a birthday. Morgan Freeman turns 87 years old. And my good friend Rosa per te ho comprato stasera. Happy birthday to my good friend Rosa. Having a great one, guys. Well, it's the weekend, folks, and I hope you're going out and buy local and shop local at all your great stores. And we're talking about Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, folks. And we're talking about tune up that lawnmower. Spring tune-up starts at $105 plus parts. They're your neighborhood powerhouse. How about taking advantage of the auto key program at all their stores? At Paragram card cut keys up to 50% less than the dealer. Visit the Helpful Hub to speak to a certified member. And always remember to grill your Ace off. It's that simple, folks. And download the AC Words app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Thank you guys for watching the show today. I want you guys to have an incredible weekend. Go out and support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. It's a crazy world out there, but we get up every morning, and it's a good one. Laura's doing fantastic. Hopefully in a week or two, Laura will be making her date, coming back on a Thursday again, but she's doing great. She's driving. And she starts a rehab next week at the hospital. Like I said, she's done with all the rehab at home. Now she does 3 days a week. I'll be starting that next week. But she's way above where she's supposed to be. Thank God. She's doing fantastic. Guys, tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. I haven't been there in 2 weeks. Me and Double T tomorrow. Donnie G's, because Mama C says so. Check the website. Guys, God bless you. Ringo Starr says peace and love. Thank you so much. And Raffaello from JRC Ace Hardware Stores, do-it-yourself with Ralph. Thank you, my good friend. Guys, have an incredible weekend. God bless you. Have a great one. Nick, take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Bye-bye, everybody.